Hi everyone, and welcome to Warren's Team Talk. And I hope you're all well today. And it's the last day of the Premier League season 2022-23, and there's still a few issues that need to be resolved, and including me being on screen. That'd be helpful, wouldn't it? Yeah. So first of all, I want to apologise to everyone for my lateness. I had a load of tech issues, and once again, StreamYard was doing its usual, playing around, not doing what it's supposed to, and causing a huge problem, which it seems to delight in doing. So, but never mind. We're here now, and I'm sure we're going to have a great time this afternoon. And like I say, there's a few issues that still need to be resolved in the Premier League, mostly with European qualification and relegation. So without further ado, let's start by saying hello to everyone who's in the chat. So we've got Acres who's in the chat. How you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Thanks ever so much for coming over today. I really appreciate it, and I hope you're well. And he says Arteta has put out a new video on YouTube for all Arsenal supporters. Forever Arsenal. I've seen that video of him sat in the stand, like thanking fans and all this nonsense. And you know, we're in a process, and we're like going in the right direction. He failed to mention that this season will be the first time since he's been here in nearly 4 years that he's actually managed to do better than the guy who, finished in a higher league position than the guy who was here before him, and he spent nearly £500 million into the bargain. No. In my opinion, he still hasn't done better, because at least the other guy got to a European final. There's something that he ain't done. He needs to go, and so do the owners. And talking of which, those of you who have been living under a rock, I've done a petition to demand that the Kroenkes sell Arsenal Football Club. The link for it is in the chat up there. Let me just pin that to the top of the chat. See if I can get that. Yeah. Yeah, so there it is up the top. And also there's one for... Who's that one? What's that? Yeah, that's the... that is the petition. And there's also a video I've done about it as well. So you can go and check that out. And this is going to be one of several videos I do, which sort of shows us, gives my opinion about different things that we can do to help get these people out of our club. So, yeah, keep your eyes open for those, because there's going to be a few of them coming out. So let's move on to the next person. And it's Carnage, AFC 84. How you doing, Carnage? I hope you're well, buddy. How are you doing, Warren? I managed to finish the first part, finally. Top man. Fair play to you, buddy. Thanks ever so much. And I hope you're good, and I hope you're having a great, great day. And then it's me saying about the technical issues, and yeah, they're not good. They weren't good. They were causing me a major headache. But I'm here now, so that's good. And then Manny's in the chat as well. Hi, Manny. I hope you're well. And Manny says, I've just signed your petition and shared it on Twitter. Thank you, sir. Top man. I really appreciate that. And yeah, if you can, anyone who signs it, if you can share it with just at least one other person, and ask them to do the same, that would be absolutely superb. We just need to get this thing rolling, all right? Because the more people that sign it, the more power it's going to have, and the more pressure it's going to put them under. But it's not the only thing I've got up my sleeve, so don't worry about that. And anyone who wants to help me with it, you're more than welcome. Get in contact with me, and I'll be delighted to get as much help as I can, because I can't do it all on my own. I can't. There's too much. So yeah, please get in contact. And Carnage AFC 84 says, "What if a shambles of a lineup again?" Yeah, we're going to look at that in a minute. But yeah, there is a shambles, especially that back line. It's an absolute disaster. And Carnage says, "Manny, how are you, mate?" And Gemma says hi. And I hope Gemma's well, mate, as well. And lovely to see you in the chat. And make sure that Gemma signs that thing as well, mate. Yeah, please. And many people as possible. We need to get them on side and start fighting so we can get our club back. I know it's going to be difficult, and I know it's not going to take over. It's not going to happen overnight, because the problem is we've got loads and loads and loads of brainwashed supporters that we need to wake up and get them to see the light. But anyway, enough of that, and let's move on. And just to a reminder, really, there that part 1 of my Kroenkes Out videos is out now. The link for it is in the chat. It says Kroenkes Out videos part 1. And yeah, like I say, the link is in the chat. So just click on that. It's also in the description of the video. And there's also a petition for demanding that Arteta and Edu be sacked as well, or the Chuckle Brothers, as I like to call them, because they need to go as well. The whole lot of them need to go, in my opinion, but still, there we are. And yet another reminder to let you know that I did a show on the Diesel Arsenal channel. I think it was on Tuesday, just gone, where I did a Q&A about the paranormal and conspiracy theories. So there's a link in the description of the video for that as well. If you haven't already watched that, go and give that a watch, because it was great. I really enjoyed doing it, and a lot of people said that they enjoyed it. So come and check it out. I will be doing a show on Diesel's channel soon about what happened to Jill Dando as well. So keep your eyes out for that. I'm sure that'll be a really good one, because it's a bit of a weird one, to be quite frank. Then I want to tell you about this fella. Those of you who don't know, his name is Mr. B for life. He's a massive Brentford fan. He's just started up his first his own YouTube channel, and it's called Mr. B Hive of Football Chat. The link for his channel is in the description of this video. He's done 2 videos already. I believe he's thinking about doing a review video for the game that they've got this afternoon against Manchester City. So yeah, please go and show him some love, because the guy knows what he's talking about. He's a lovely, lovely fella, and he's a good guy. And hopefully we can get him sorted out and get a few more people following him, because he's an absolute legend of a fella. So yeah, please go and give Mr. B for life some support. It's the final weekend of the Super 6 season. Currently, this is the standings. I'm 3 points ahead of Jeff Stelling. I do not want to see that Jeff Stelling beating me on the final day. That would be really annoying. Mind you, the competition's only been going hasn't been going very long, but I will be doing another one next season from the start of the season. So that'd be a much better competition, I'm sure. But last week, Ryan Stockley won it. He got 6 points, and he shared the weekly title with Joanne Smith. She got 6 as well. And Jeff Stelling and I both got 4. And so the grand total so far since we started this, I'm on 148, Jeff's on 145, Ryan's on 107, Darren's on 104, and Joanne's on 82. So, yeah, keep your eyes open for that when it starts again at the beginning of the season, of next season. And I'll make sure that you'll get... I'll post it on my community page, and I'll do a video to let people know it's out and about. It'll be on Instagram as well. So, yeah, and if you haven't seen anything, just keep asking me, and I will respond to you, let you know what's happening. But as soon as Sky Sports make it available, then I will be on it. So let's have a look at the Premier League table for the final Premier League day of the season. And here we go. Manchester City are 8 points clear. They can't be caught. They've confirmed as Premier League champions after being 8 points behind just a few weeks ago. They're now 8 points clear. So that's a 16-point turnaround. If they win today and Arsenal lose, that'll be they will have finished the season 11 points clear of Arsenal, which will be a 19-point turnaround. And I'm sorry, that's just not acceptable. It's not. You can't go from being 8 points clear to being 16 to having 11-point deficit. It's just unbelievable. And that's why I don't think that this club is serious, because I think they deliberately took the foot off the pedal after the Liverpool game when they secured the Europa League qualification. Because I think that's what the real target was, for them to qualify for the Europa League. Not the Champions League. No. I think the real target for them was Europa League qualification, because as soon as they did that, the form nosedive. Arsenal are in the Champions League spot as well, as are Manchester United and Newcastle. And then in the Europa League spots, we got Liverpool and Brighton. Neither of those two clubs, none of those 6 clubs can be caught. The only change there may be is if Newcastle win and Manchester United lose, then there could be a change between 3rd and 4th spots. And then for the Europa Conference League, the UEFA Conference League, there's a 3-way battle going on between today for Aston Villa, Spurs and Brentford, because all 3 of them could claim the last European spot and qualify for the Conference League. At the moment, Aston Villa are in pole position, so let's see what happens there. And then in terms of relegation, we've already seen that Southampton have been confirmed as being relegated, but then we got 3 teams within 3 points of each other. So we got Everton, who are 17th, they've got 33 points. And then in 18th and 19th, both Leicester and Leeds are on 31 points. So any 2 of those 3 could join Southampton and be relegated to the Championship. So there we go. That's basically the situation with the Premier League. Let's just see if there's any update about the League One playoff. Let's just have a look, because last time I looked, it was in extra time and a 1-1 draw. Yeah, it's still... Oh, and the final result is in. Carlisle United beat Stockport by 5 goals to 4 on penalties. So they get promoted to League One. So that's League Two playoff. Result is Carlisle beat Stockport County 5-4 on penalties to secure promotion to League One for next season. So commiserations to Dan. He's a big supporter of the channel, and hopefully they'll get stronger next season and they'll make a big push for promotion and get it over the line this time. So I'm sure they'd be better for the experience. I'm absolutely sure of that. Right, so let's move on. So the 4:30 kickoffs today in the Premier League. We've got Arsenal against Wolves, Aston Villa against Brighton, Brentford against Manchester City, Chelsea against Newcastle, Crystal Palace against Notts Forest, Everton against Bournemouth, Leeds against Tottenham, Leicester against Wolves, Manchester United against Fulham, and Southampton against Liverpool. So let's have a look at some of the lineups and formation. So I picked 5 games. We're obviously going with Arsenal against Wolves. And the Arsenal lineup is an absolute shambles, in my opinion, but no surprises there. We've got Ramsdale, Partey, White, Gabriel, Kiwior, Jorginho, Xhaka, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Jesus. And then Wolves lineup is Sarr, Semedo, Collins, Kilman, Bueno, Gomez, Lamina, Nunes, Traore, Jimenez, and Wang. So, less said about that lineup, the better. Absolutely shocking lineup. So, yeah, I don't know what you can say about it, really. And Arsenal allegedly are playing with a 4-3-3. I don't believe that that's the lineup at all. I think Arsenal are playing with a 3-4-3, in my opinion. And Wolves are going with a 4-4-2. And Villa, their lineup for today is Martinez, Cash, Konza, Mings, Digne, McGinn, who's captain, Douglas Luiz, Kamara, Ramsey, Bailey, and Watkins. And Brighton, they're going with Steele, Webster, Colwill, McAllister, Gross, Enciso, Undav, Ayari, Ferguson, Veltman, and Buonanotte. Villa are going with a 4-2-3-1, and Brighton are going with a 4-2-3-1 as well. Then we go to Everton against Bournemouth. Now, this one, Everton need to win this game to secure survival in the Premier League. But it's a very complicated situation down the bottom there. And I'm not going to go into all the permutations because I'll be here all afternoon going through all the ins and outs of it. So Everton, Pickford is captain, Tarkowski, Cody, Mina, McNeil, Iwobi, Doucouré, Garner, Onana, and Gray. And Bournemouth are gone with Travers, Kelly, Brooks, Lerma, Solanke, Christie, Otara, Smith, who's captain, Sensini, Sabanani, and Billing. And their formations, Everton are going with a 4-1-4-1, and Bournemouth are going with a 4-2-3-1. And the Leeds against Tottenham lineup, Big Sam's 4th and possibly last game in charge of Leeds. And his lineup for today for Leeds is Robles, Ayling, Christensen, Cooper, his captain, Struick, Woba, Kosh, Forshaw, McKennie, Harrison, and Rodrigo. And Spurs, they're going with Forster, Royale, Sanchez, Lenglet, Davies, Basuma, Skip, Pedro Porro, Kulusevski, Son, and Kane, who's captain. And then the formations, Leeds are going with a 5-4-1. And Tottenham are going with a 4-4-2. And then Manchester United against Fulham. So United's lineup today is De Gea, Lindelof, Maguire, who's captain, Fernandes, Rashford, Malacia, Fred, Casemiro, Dalot, Sancho, and Garnacho. And Fulham, they're going with Leno, Tete, Tozin, Diop, Robinson, Paulinho, Lukic, Kearney is captain, Wilson, Mitrovic, and Willian. And the formations there for that game is United are going with a 4-2-3-1, and Fulham are doing the same. They're going 4-4-2-3-1 as well. So that's it. That's all the lineups and formations all sorted out. So let's get the scoreboard up. Let's put that up there. And let's get back into the chat. And where are we? Joanne Smith is in the chat. She says, hello, Warren, my lovelies. Hi, Joanne. I hope you're well. And has your cat given birth to her kittens yet? And in any case, I hope that she's good. And Early Doors Football TV says, think he has done the stream this time live as he had issues with the first stream. Right. Okay. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Early Doors. I don't know if it's me or somebody else that you're talking about, but fair enough, mate. And Early Doors says Carlisle just promoted after penalty shootout. Yeah, that's right. There was a 1-1 draw after extra time, and then they won, I think, 5-4 in the penalty shootout. Darren says, hi, Warren, watching the Leicester game, keeping an eye on Tillemans and Madison too. Yeah, it could be two good potential signings for a club in the Premier League, I reckon. But I hope you're good, mate. And Akers says, Luton Town Ground only holds 10,000 fans. Crazy small. Yeah. I've been in grounds that have got less capacity than that, mate. I can tell you. But, yeah, that is crazy small for the Premier League. It is. Daniel Sullivan plus Rice. Yeah. I have to say I'm not convinced about that Rice fella. I don't know. I think there's big issues with him. I have to be honest. I'm not sure he's worth the money that West Ham want for him. I think there's other players we could go and get for less money who would be better. Early Doors Football TV says, afternoon, Darren, scouting already. Yeah, Darren knows how to assess a player. That's sure. Don't worry about that. And Darren says, afternoon, Early Doors. And Early Doors says, because they have to spend big to get the ground up to standards, otherwise they won't be able to play. Yeah, I've heard that they might have to start the first few games of the season at another ground or something, but I don't know how that's going to work, I'm sure. But still, at least they're in the Premier League. That's a good thing. Arsenal Maniac, the most meaningless match as an Arsenal fan. Yeah, it is. And basically, since for a while now, these games that we've been playing are just, for me, tantamount to end of season friendlies. And like got nothing on them whatsoever. It's absolutely meaningless. So you're right, mate. Even if they win 5-0 today, means F all. 100%. You're absolutely right, mate. And Early Doors says, Arsenal Maniac afternoon. And Darren says, our backline makes no sense whatsoever. Mate, nothing this bloody manager does makes any sense, that's for sure. It's absolutely, he ain't got a bloody daddy what he's doing. That's the problem. He's just trying to be clever, and he's failing miserably. Arsenal Maniac says, early doors football TV, good afternoon. And Ghana, Anana, ooh, Ghana, Anana sounds like a song. It does, doesn't it? It's absolutely shocking. Early doors says, Spurs 1-0 up already. Well, there we go. Let's go and have a look. Shall we go and have a look? Let's do that. And we'll do a cheeky little share screen. And see what's going on. So, it's Leeds United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Let's have a look. Kane has scored in the second minute. It was assisted by Seong Heung Min. And there's been another goal. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So, Leeds 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Harry Kane, Tottenham Hotspur, right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the top left corner, assisted by Song Heung Min. So there we are. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stop that and put that back. What we're going to do, first of all, though, before we do anything else, is go and have a look at that other goal I said about, because there has been another goal. I believe it's at Villa Park. And there's been another 2 goals. So the first one, let's go to Aston Villa, because there's been a goal there. Douglas Luiz has scored for Aston Villa. He's given Villa a 1-0 lead at home to Brighton. And Jacob Ramsey was there with the assist to put Villa 1-0 up. So it's Aston Villa 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. Let's see how that one went in. Aston Villa 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. Douglas Luiz, Aston Villa, right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, assisted by Jacob Ramsey. So there we are. Aston Villa 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. And there has been another goal as well. So let's go and check that one out. And this one has come at Stamford Bridge. And it's Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 1. 11 minutes gone there. And Gordon has scored for Newcastle. And that goal was assisted by Anderson. So Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 1. Anthony Gordon, Newcastle United, right-footed shot from very close range to the centre of the goal, assisted by Elliot Anderson with a cross. So there we go. Newcastle United 1 up already. Right, so let's do that and let's get that. Again, here we go. We're going to get the scoreboard back up. So it's Aston Villa 1, Brighton 0. And Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 1. And Leeds United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. So that's not good for news for Leeds, because stays like that, I think Leeds, I'm right in saying, will be facing the drop. So let's see if we can see. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if we can see. Let's see if we can see a league table. So currently, Newcastle are in third, Man United are in fourth, and as it stands, it will be Leicester, Leeds, and Southampton who will be relegated if this stays the way it is. And there's been a goal at Southampton as well. A goal at Southampton. There's been a goal at the St Mary's Stadium, and it's Southampton 0, Liverpool 1. So let's go and check that out. And it's now 2-0. Southampton 0, Liverpool 2. So let's have a look at the first goal. Southampton 0, Liverpool 1. Diogo Jota, right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the centre of the goal. Southampton 0, Liverpool 1. And then the second one is Roberto Firmino, Liverpool, right-footed shot from the centre of the box. So it's Southampton 0, Liverpool 2. And then also, it's Arsenal 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Granit Xhaka has scored twice in 3 minutes. The first goal was assisted by Gabriel Jesus. So let's see what we can find out about that. Goal number 1. Arsenal 1, Wolves 0. Granit Xhaka, Arsenal header from very close range to the bottom left corner, assisted by Gabriel Jesus with a cross. The second goal, Arsenal 2, Wolves 0. Granit Xhaka, Arsenal, left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom left corner. So there you go. What a surprise. Who would have known that Arsenal put in the performance when there's nothing to play for? Dear our Lord, this club, honestly, is shocking. So let's get the scoreboard back up. So it's Arsenal 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. And Southampton 0, Liverpool 2. And all the rest of the games. So it's Arsenal 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Aston Villa 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. Brentford 0, Manchester City 0. Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 1. Crystal Palace against Nottingham Forest. Everton against Bournemouth. And Leicester against West Ham and Manchester United against Fulham are all goalless. And it's Leeds United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1, and Southampton 0, Liverpool 2. So there we go. There is the scoreboard up on the screen. And let's get back into the chat. So Joanne says she's under the bed again, waiting. Oh, bless her. And Early Doors Football TV says Mr. Beehive, Warren, Took him 20 odd minutes till he realised he wasn't live. Bless him. Yeah, I know that happened with the first one. But yeah, he's a good lad. Honestly, he's an absolute top man and really, really nice guy. So, and it is really nerve-wracking when you first start doing this. When you do your first one, it's really, really stressful. So fair play to him. And Henry Ray Baker channel says, afternoon, Warren. Hi, mate. How are you? I hope you're well. Big up the chat, he says as well. Early Doors says, afternoon, Henry. And thank you for subbing early. And he also says Villa 1-0. Yeah, we know about that. YW Henry says Early Doors. And Henry says, smash the likes if you haven't already. Yeah, please, guys, make sure you hit the likes button. And if you haven't done so already, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel. And please make sure you share the content around. I'll be really grateful if you could do that. But more importantly, make sure you get that petition signed about the Kroenkes and make sure that gets passed around. That's way more important to me. But yeah, thank you, Henry. Newcastle 1-0, says Henry. Yeah, we got that. Arsenal scored 1-0, Granit Xhaka. Yeah, thank you, Henry. And Diogo Jota scored for Liverpool. Yeah, we got that one, Henry. Thank you. No pressure, FC leading, says Arsenal Maniac. Yeah, that's it's 100% predictable, really, wasn't it? So there you go. And Henry Ray Baker channel, hello, says Arsenal Maniac. Darren Sullivan, Leicester are not really creating enough, just a half chance. Yeah, it's not good, is it? And you'd think that if their Premier League survival was on the line, that they would put more, I don't know, not necessarily effort, but there'd be a bit more urgency, I guess. Henry Ray Baker says Arsenal 2-0, Granite. Yeah, I know. Thank you, mate. We've just gone through that. 2-0 LFC Firmino. Yeah. Tielemans not in the game, nor Maddison. And West Ham have gone close. Mate, I think they're gone. I think they're going to go. I really do. I think, yeah, it's. I think it's going to end today for them, unfortunately. And Henry says, "Yo, Darren." Early Doors Football says, "Agree, Darren. West Ham cutting out Leicester's attack." And is this the same team that bottled the title? Laugh out loud. Yeah, exactly. Like I've said a few times now, I don't think they did bottle it. I just think that they decided to stand tools because they'd achieved what they set out to do at the beginning of the season. So, yeah, honestly, this club is an absolute disgrace. It really is. Too late, too little. Goodbye, Granite. Exactly, Darren. 100%, mate. And Tielemans blazes over from 20 yards. And what I'd like to know is, if I'm right, where's the professional pride of these players? Just to down tools like that and not, even make an effort to get it over the line. I just find it absolutely disgusting. Early Doors Football TV just been confirmed that Pochettino has signed his contract for Chelsea. There you go. Breaking news from Early Doors Football TV. Confirmed that Pochettino has signed his contract with Chelsea. He's going to be their new manager next season. Henry Ray Baker channel says Southampton 1-2. James Ward-Prowse has pulled one back for Southampton. And my cat is an Arteta bottle job. Just bought him a microchip flat. He's not got the ball to use it yet. Well, there you go, mate. There you go. Right, okie doke. So let's go and check that. So here we are, 22 minutes gone. James Ward-Prowse scores for Southampton after 19 minutes. It was assisted by Alcaraz. And it's Southampton 1, Liverpool 2. And so there we go. Southampton 1, Liverpool 2. James Ward-Prowse, Southampton, right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, assisted by Carlos Alcaraz. So there we go. Southampton pull a goal back against Liverpool. So here we have it. The league table currently, the bottom three are Leicester, Leeds, and Southampton. No major changes there, really. But there we go. It's Man United 0, Fulham 1. Man United 0, Fulham 1. Not that it really means anything. Tate has scored in the 19th minute. It was assisted by Willian. So Manchester United trailing by 1-0 at home to Fulham. Let's see what happened there. So here we go. Manchester United 0, Fulham 1. Kenny Tete, Fulham, header from the left side of the 6-yard box to the top left corner, assisted by Willian with a cross following a corner. So there we go. It's Manchester United 0, Fulham 1. There's any other score updates? No, that's it. So let's update the scoreboard. So Southampton 1, Liverpool 2, Manchester United 0, Fulham 1. There we go. So leave it like that, and then whoopsie daisy. So there we are. There's your scoreboard back up. So let's get back into the chat. Early Doors Football TV. Warren, I'm looking to do my first stream soon, so thanks for that advice. I'll try and keep my nerves. Mate, it's really nerve-wracking, and if you can find some way to maybe just do a practice run on your own first or something that you don't actually record or broadcast, well, maybe record it, but don't publish it, and just maybe do it a couple of times so that you get your nerves out of your system, because it's really nerve-wracking. Yeah, and Because I remember when first few times that I did it, I was absolutely terrified. Henry Ray Baker channel says Fulham 1-0. Yeah. Henry Ray Baker channel, good luck early. Yeah, 100% good luck. I'm sure you'll be fine, mate. I'm sure you will. Thank you, Henry. Appreciate that. Just, just make sure you know what you're going to talk about, and don't worry. Don't try not to put too much pressure on yourself, and just be confident in and believe in what you're going to say, and just be real. Honestly, just be real, and don't try and put on an act, something like that, and you'll be absolutely fine, buddy. I'm sure. Henry Ray Baker, YQW. Not sure what that means, but still, never mind. Henry says, I was nervous when I did my first live early. Yeah, me too. Me too. It is very nerve-wracking. Arsenal Maniac, so no pressure FC leading 2-0. Yeah, exactly, mate. I don't think Tillemans and Maddison will leave this summer. I've got no idea. I really don't know. I really don't know. And Vardy will retire, says Henry. Potentially, yeah, I think he might. I think, he's getting to that stage of his career now, and he. Early Doors says, I hope to take my time. Yeah, just take your time, man. Just take your time. And make sure you enjoy it as well. Henry says, let me know when you do your first one, Early Doors. Yeah, me too. Let me know as well, Early Doors. I will do, Henry says, Early Doors. IDK Warren, they get paid way too much money, so they give substandard. Okay. I don't know what that's about, but still, fair play to you, though. Arsenal Maniac, did you see Dortmund yesterday? Just had to win at least home and win at home to Mainz, who are on 4-game losing run and nothing to play for. Another bottle job. Mate, it happens all over the shop. It happens to the best of them, mate. Jesus. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Jude was injured. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Jude was injured. That's why Dortmund lost. I don't know. I didn't see the game. I don't know whether that was it or not. I think there's a bit of rivalry between Mainz and Dortmund now. 100% Mainz should have scored again. Dortmund was shocking. Yeah. Yes, 100%, mate. But I don't know. Darren Sullivan says Ward-Prowse, another easy player that could come in and improve our midfield and bag goals. 100%, mate. He certainly would bloody improve our midfield. Mind you, that wouldn't be difficult, would it? Because our midfield is fucking dog shit. Let's be real. It is. It's absolutely useless. Absolutely shocking. Villa 2-0. Okay, let's go and check that out. And share screen. And Arsenal got another one, blimey. And there's been another goal at Southampton as well. So let's go through this. Right. Aston Villa 2, Brighton 0. Ollie Watkins scored in the 26th minute. It was assisted by Jacob Ramsey. So here we go. Aston Villa 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. Ollie Watkins, Aston Villa. left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the centre of the goal, assisted by Jacob Ramsey following a fast break. So there we go. And then there was another couple of goals as well. So we've got that. So it's Arsenal 3, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. The third goal for Arsenal came from Bukayo Saka in the 27th minute, and that was assisted by Leandro Trossard. So let's see how that one went in. So Bukayo Saka, left-footed shot from the right side of the box to the bottom left corner, assisted by Leandro Trossard. So Arsenal 3 now. Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. So let's see if there's any major differences in the league table there. I don't think there is actually. Nothing of any consequence anyway. So there you go. There's that. Chelsea have equalised. It's Chelsea 1, Newcastle United 1. Kieran Trippier has scored an own goal in the 27th minute. So it's Chelsea 1, Newcastle United. And let's go. And it's now Leicester City 1, West Ham United 0. Harvey Barnes has scored for Leicester to give them a lead over West Ham. And that was assisted by Iheanacho. So I'm sure that the Leicester City faithful are going absolutely ballistic at this moment in time. So here we go. Leicester 1, West Ham United 0. Harvey Barnes, right-footed shot from a difficult angle on the left to the bottom right corner, assisted by Kelechi Iheanacho. So there we are. Leicester 1-0 up at home to West Ham. And then we've got Southampton against Liverpool. And Ward-Prowse has equalised for Southampton against Liverpool in the 19th minute. They pulled it back from being 2-0 down. It's Southampton 2 and Liverpool 2. So what am I talking about? It's Sulemana who scored in the 28th minute. And that goal was assisted by Walcott. So let's see what happened. So Southampton 2, Liverpool 2. Kamaldeen Sulemana, Southampton, right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, assisted by Theo Walcott. So Southampton 2, Liverpool 2. Right, let's get this scoreboard up and get it updated. So here we go. So it's now Arsenal 3, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. It's Aston Villa 2, Brighton 0. It's still Brentford 0, Manchester City 0. It's Chelsea 1, Newcastle United 1. It's Crystal Palace 0, Nottingham Forest 1. We'll go and have a look at that one in a minute. It's Everton 0, Bournemouth 0. It's Leeds United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Leicester City 1, West Ham United 0. And it's Manchester United 0, Fulham 1, and Southampton 2, Liverpool 2. There we go. Right, so let's go to this game at Selhurst Park between Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest. So it's Crystal Palace 0, Nottingham Forest 1, and that goal for Notts Forest was scored by Uwaniyi, was assisted by Gibbs White in the 31st minute. So let's see how that one went in. So Crystal Palace 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Taiwo Awoniyi, Nottingham Forest, left-footed shot from the left side of the box to the centre of the goal, assisted by Morgan Gibbs White, following a fast break. So it's Crystal Palace 0, Nottingham Forest 1. So there we go. And let's have a look at the league table. So as it stands, Everton are now inside the bottom three with Leeds and Southampton. Leicester are above Everton on goal difference. Then it comes Bournemouth, then Forest. And Chelsea is currently sat 11th. And yeah, that's about it, really. So let's leave that like that and then get back into the chat. I don't know. Or really can't see. It looks like you try to put some emojis in, but it hasn't come up. Saying, "Oh dear, Manchester have bottled it." Laugh out loud. Well, they've qualified for the Champions League, so I'm not quite sure they have bottled it, to be quite frank. But still, there you go. Chelsea 1, Newcastle United 1. Yeah. Chelsea 1-1, says Arsenal Maniac. Iniachu goes very close. There you go, man. Henry Baker's Saka 3-0. Yeah. Breaking news. BT Sport is changing its name to TNT Sport. Very good. Very good, if that's what he wants to do. No Pressure FC 3-0, says Arsenal Maniac. Couldn't have put it better myself, mate. Early doors, do 20 mins and have some bullet points. Yeah. Make sure, as I don't know what you're going to plan to talk about, but just have like a cheat sheet or a crib sheet close by to you so that you don't forget what you want to speak, just like a prompt sheet or something like that. There's also really good software that you can get. It's free. That's like a teleprompter thing. So yeah, that's really helpful. I've used that in the past. So yeah. Darren's spot on about that, about the bullet points and whatnot. Just some sort of way of giving yourself a crib sheet, or like I said, that the tele-cue prompter thing or whatnot. Henry Baker says 2-2 Southampton. Yep. Early doors. Appreciate that, Warren. Many thanks. You're very welcome, mate. Anything I can do to help you. Like I say, let us know when you're going to go live the first time, and I'll come and I'll be in the chat as well. Early doors. Oh, yeah, we've done that. Arsenal Mania. Even if Arsenal score 10 goals today, I don't feel anything. Not excited one bit. No, neither am I, mate. For me, it was over after that Liverpool game. That, for me, that finished it. There was no coming back from that, because I just knew that there had been a massive shift in momentum after that Liverpool game. And that was that. It was done. And if you remember that game, we were 2-0 up. And then something happened in that game that got the whole Anfield crowd, right, rolled up. And what was that thing that happened that got the whole Anfield crowd rolled up? Let me think. What was it? Yes, I remember. Granit effing Xhaka. Soon that bloody clown gets out of our club, the better. Nothing. Honestly, the man is a liability. YQW, you're quite welcome. Thank you very much, Henry. Arsenal Maniac, don't try to put on an act, early doors, Warren, sending shots at AFT actors. What? Don't try to put on an act, early doors. Yeah, exactly. No, because people will see through it. They will. If you're trying to put on an act, people will, they will see through it, mate. They will. 100%. So, Warren, I'll have to saw on not brand car instead of how now brown cow. Exactly, mate. That's the one. Arsenal Maniac, laughing emoji. Exactly. And Leicester has started to open them up, can see them getting a lead soon. There you go. They're 1-0 up now against West Ham. So Forest 1-0 Palace. Yeah, they're 1-0 up away at Palace. Henry, what a goal by Harvey Barnes. And there's been another goal at Villa, funnily enough, talking about Harvey Barnes. And it's now Aston Villa 2, Brighton 1. Undav scores in the 38th minute, and that was assisted by Gross. How did that one go in? So, goal, Aston Villa 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Dennis Undav, Brighton and Hove Albion, left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, assisted by Pascal Gross, following a set-piece situation. Goal awarded following a VAR review. And there has been a booking. Tyrone Mings of Aston Villa was shown a yellow card for a bad foul. So this is for the goal. And this one is
your
Tyrone.
book, son.
There we are. And there we are. So we need to update the scoreboard before we do anything else, though. So Aston Villa 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Arsenal 3, Wolves 0. Villa 2, Brighton 1. Brentford 0, Man City 0. Chelsea 1, Newcastle United 1. Brentford game has just gone to half time, so it's half time there. It's Brentford 0, Manchester City 0. Crystal Palace 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Everton 0, Bournemouth 0. Leeds United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Leicester City 1, West Ham United 0. And there's been a goal at Old Trafford between Manchester United and Fulham. And it's Manchester United 1, Fulham 1. The half-time whistle has just blown. And Sancho got the equaliser for United in the 39th minute. So Manchester United 1, Fulham 1. Jadon Sancho, Manchester United, right-footed shot from very close range to the centre of the goal. So there we are. So need to do. So Manchester United 1, Fulham 1. That's it. So the scoreboard is up to date. Let's get that there. And stop screen. Percent. Share screen. Window. That one. Share. Right, there we go. So that's the scoreboard as it stands. And let's get into the chat. Leicester 1-0. West Ham, yeah. Early doors, Leicester 1-0, good football and a great goal. Henry says Leicester has scored, yeah. Wow, Leicester, yeah. And sorry about this, guys. My computer's really slow at the minute. You said it was coming, Darren, says Early Doors TV. Yeah, he did, didn't he? Goodison and Brentford only games goalless. That's right. Leeds going down. What jokers? Says Arsenal Mania. Yeah, I just can't believe that they sacked their manager with 4 games to go. What the hell possessed them to do that, to make a change late in the day? It's complete and utter madness. Darren says, I actually rate that Barnes as good as Martinelli, if not better. 1-2 out on the wing and slotted it. 100%, mate. He's quality. I 100% agree with that, mate, for sure. And Henry says Neverton leads Southie relegated at the moment. And no more Merseyside derbies, laugh out loud. We'll see. It's 45 minutes to go yet, mate. It's a long way to go yet. Big up to Fulham, my neighbours, for leading at Man United. Exactly. Henry Ray Baker, Brighton scored 2-1. Yep. Henry says 1-1 Sancho. Early doors, Southampton 2, Liverpool 2. 100%. It's coming back from 2-0 down. Gibbs White having a really great season, says Henry. And what else we got here? Are you going to do football only, or are you going to do all kinds of subjects like me? Who's that? Who's that? Are you asking that question to, Henry? Early doors. Don't. Mainly all football from Premier League to grassroots football may consider other stuff. Yeah, because the problem with a lot of these, and I'm not having a go at them, I'm not. I know it's going to sound what I'm going to say, it's going to sound like I am, but I'm not. A lot of YouTubers, especially football ones, they all follow, all do the same sort of content, and it just gets a bit repetitive, reviews, previews, and whatnot. So, exactly, try and do something a bit different and try and get your own. And particularly if it works and it's popular, then keep doing it. That's what I'd say, because you get your own identity. Joanne says, I've done some gardening, nearly finished. Fair play to you, Joanne. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, what do you mean by grassroots football, says Henry. Early doors. Sunday League football, Henry, mainly where I'm based in Essex. Yeah, cool. Sounds good. Early. Yeah, probably as well, things like non-league football, like bottom end of the pyramid and things like that. Half time, Leicester 1-0. Henry says, love the sound effects. Good, I'm glad you like it. Half time, 45 minutes for Leeds and Everton that saved themselves. Yep, 100%. That's what I was saying. It's not, there's still a long way to go. Things could change dramatically in those 45 minutes. As things stand, Everton are down. That could be at full time. I fancy Bournemouth to get a goal on the counter in the second half, as Everton need to score now. Yeah, they probably have to open up a bit. And if they do, then I could see Bournemouth hitting them on the counter. Henry, my local Sunday League in Division 2, the top team won 19 out of 20 games, drew 1, scored 146 goals, conceded, no, it can't be 1K, conceded 1 with a goal difference of 131. I'm not sure what the goal difference thing is because that don't make any sense to me. Scored 146 goals and conceded 1K with a goal difference 131. That means they must have conceded 15. Total madness, says Early Doors. It sounds absolutely bonkers. Oh, Early Doors says 15, not 1K. Yeah, I thought it was a bit odd, to be honest. But still, there you go. So, as it stands at present, right, who do you think's going to go down, right? Because let's have a look at the league table, right? Let's stop the screen and let's do a share screen and see if we can see a Premier League table as it stands. Where are we? Let's get that. That's probably the best way to do it. Right, as it stands, this is the league table. So, as it stands, Southampton are bottom. They've been gone for a few weeks now. And then it's Leeds on 31, Everton on 34, Leicester on 34, Bournemouth on 40. So who do we think is going down? For me, I think Leeds are gone. I do. I think they're gone. I think it's too much. because I mean, if Leicester, if they stay 1-0, even if Leeds score, and they've got to hope that the West Ham equalise, because the goal difference is too bad. They've got like a 11 goal inferior goal difference to Leicester and a 4 goal inferior goal difference to Everton. So in order to get out of it, they're going to have to do better than what Leicester are. So they need West Ham to score, and they need to win the game they're playing. But they're 1-0 down in it. I think it's not looking good for Leeds, unless something dramatic happens, I'm afraid. And Aston Villa are in prime spot for that Conference League position. I don't think. Listen, playing Man City at home, it's not the team you want to be playing if you need to get a positive result. Sorry to all the Bees fans, but I just can't see. I can't see it. I can't. And like, it's Tottenham. No. That's not happening. And I think Villa are in the driving seat there. So I think that top 6-7 is going to be as it is at the moment. But you never know what's going to happen. You know? You never know. Right, I just need to quickly message somebody on WhatsApp, and then I'll be back with you. So just give me 2 minutes, guys. I'll be with you. Unbelievable. Show up the game. Right, it's that. There we go. Right, I'm back. I'm back, everyone. Sorry about that. And Henry Ray Baker channel says, wow. Right. What are you saying wow for, Henry? I've got no idea what that relates to. And then this person's saying, do you know Kangin Lee or Min Hae Kim? Sorry, I've got no idea who that is, my friend. Right, okay. I'm sorry, I don't know who you're talking about. Henry Ray Baker, do you follow Arsenal ladies team? No. Unfortunately not, mate. I really haven't got time. And yeah, I know they've done really well, and I'm sure that they're doing great things. But I really haven't got time, and I just can't get into it, to be honest. I have enough trouble getting into men's football. and the stress that this club causes me with the men's team is enough. Having two teams to worry about from that club, I'm sorry, no, it's not for me. The upper tier says big uproar and the toffee flowing down those players' legs, blue tears flowing, oh dear. It doesn't sound good, Noel, for them, does it? But nice to see you, buddy. I hope you're well. Thanks for joining in, coming in. And Henry Ray Baker channel says big up, Noel. And big up, chat. Could be a good end to the season. Yeah, I mean, it's looking good. At least you got European football next year, I suppose. It's not what we would have wanted at the beginning of the season, I'm sure, but at least you didn't end up with anything. It's going to be that way for Spurs. So there you go. But yeah, it's great to see you in here. He's the governor of the football YouTube community, Niall of the upper tier. Absolute top man. And yep, Henry says no, and the upper tier says big up, Ron. Thank you for all the content this season, my friend, and to you, buddy, and to you. Sorry, I haven't been able to watch all of your video. I'd love to be able to sit here and watch every single video that people, the channels that I like, but I ain't got time. Particularly now that I've sort of taken it on my shoulders to coordinate. Well, I don't know if I'm coordinating it. It's just I've taken it on my shoulders to sort of get this rebellion against Arsenal Football Club up and running. So it's a lot. I didn't realise how much work it was going to be. Henry Ray Baker channel, wow, was for early doors. Okay, mate, brilliant. Nice one. 3-2 Southampton, says Henry Ray Baker channel. Sorry, mate, butchering your name there. Right, so let's see what's going on. Because right. So the BBC is still saying it's 2-2. So let's see what live score says. Yeah, it's now Southampton 3, Liverpool 2. So let's see if we can find out what's going on there. So the third goal for Southampton has been scored by Sulemana in the 48th minute. So I can see that the BBC site has updated their website now. So it's Southampton 3, Liverpool 2. The third Southampton goal was assisted by Lianco. Southampton 3, Liverpool 2. Calamine Sulemana, Southampton. Right-footed shot from outside of the box to the bottom right corner, assisted by Lianco following a fast break. So Southampton 3, Liverpool 2. The upper tier says, "You're the William Wallace of Arteta." Yeah, I know. I did get that feeling the other day, mate. I have to say. And 2-0 Spurs, says Henry Ray Baker. Right. Let's see. Let's see what is going on. Can't be having them. Can't be having that like 2-0 up. No, not having that. Well, they haven't still updated their website yet, the BBC. So let's see what's going on. Where is it? What am I doing? Here we go. So here we go. It's Leeds United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2, and Porro has got the second goal for Tottenham in the 47th minute. And the BBC have updated their website, so very good. Leeds United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Pedro Porro, Tottenham Hotspur, right-footed shot from the right side of the box to the bottom left corner. So Leeds United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2. So what we need to do, we need to update this scoreboard. So it's Leeds United 0, Spurs 2, and Southampton 3, Liverpool 2. There we go. Right, okie doke. There we are. And Henry Ray Baker says, bye-bye Leeds. Yeah, it's looking that way, isn't it? And Joel Eaton's in the chat. Hi, Joel. How you doing, mate? I hope you're good, buddy. What's going on? Big up, Warren. In my opinion, Xhaka is top 5 worst Arsenal signings of all time. Scores a brace in a game that is irrelevant. Epitomises everything wrong with his club. 100%, mate. I completely agree with you about that. For me, I've said it before, right? But in my opinion, I'm struggling to think of the worst player that I've ever seen at the club, and I've been supporting the club for 50 and a half years. So end of September this year, in another 5 months or so, it'll be 51 years that I've been supporting this club. And I'm struggling to think of another player who's worse than him. I really am. I mean, we've had some absolute stinkers in my time, let me tell you. John Hawley, Ray Hankin, some absolute shockers. That Scalacci fella, no. But he's right up there with them. And Darren says the transistor iPhone is coming out at the King Power. Who's a transistor iPhone? What the hell's that all about? Dear me. Sounds a right revolving door of catastrophe, that one, Darren. Henry Ray Baker says 4-0 Arsenal. Dear Lord. This is getting beyond a joke now. It looks like there's been a goal disallowed at Arsenal. So let's see what happened. Thomas Partey had a goal disallowed because of a foul, thanks to VAR. So there you go. It remains 3-0. And Darren Sullivan, West Ham putting the pressure on, just gone close from a corner. There you go. They're pushing. They're pushing. Everton are putting some pressure on Bournemouth. Well, they need to. They need to do something. Otherwise, if they don't, they're going. We spent 40 million on Xhaka 7 years ago. What a waste of money. 100%, mate. Like I said, I'm struggling to think of a player that's been worse than him since I've been watching the club. Darren, you've been watching the club about the same time as what I have. Can you think of one that was worse than him? Because I'll be honest with you, mate, I'm struggling. I am. I'm struggling. I can't think of one, to be honest. And then we've had some right shockers, likes of Ray Hankin, John Hawley, but I don't think they was as bad as him. I don't. I'm just the name were terrible. But there you go. George Wood, Arsenal keeper, terrible. Yeah, George Wood. God dear me, my dad absolutely hated George Wood. He couldn't stand him. Henry Ray Baker says, wow, Warren, 51 years of loyalty. Yeah, mostly it's not about pain, more like. Manchester United 2, Fernandes 2-1. Right, let's see. That's what happened there. Manchester United 2, Fulham 1 now. Fernandes scores in the 55th minute, in the 55th minute, and it was assisted by Fred. So let's just update this scoreboard. Oh. There we go. So Manchester United 2, Fulham 1. And there's been another goal at Highbury at the Emirates. It's now Arsenal 4, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. And it looks like Saka has got another one, possibly, in the 58th minute. Although they haven't confirmed the goal scorer. And yet the goal scorer isn't Bukayo Saka, it's Gabriel Jesus, and the goal was assisted by Leandro Trossard in the 58th minute. So it's now Arsenal 4, Wolves United 0. Ring all the Arsenal fans in the chat. Does this ring any bells at all? Cast your mind back to last season when we messed up the qualification for the Champions League. What happened on the last day of the season then? Who was it we beat at home? Yeah, we beat Everton comfortably 4-5, didn't we? And what's happening today? We're playing Wolves at home, comfortably winning 4-0. Interesting that, isn't it? Unbelievable. This club is shocking. The way it conducts its business is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Honestly, how you can behave like that. It so clearly doesn't give a monkeys about its supporters. It doesn't. It couldn't care less. It's absolutely shocking. That's why we need to get these owners out. Come on, people, all the Arsenal fans and anyone who cares about football, we need to get these American owners out of our club. Get them out. sign this petition, go on to Trustpilot and give all the clubs, sponsors and partners negative reviews. And when it'll give you a box to put why you're doing it, make sure you tell them it's because of their connection to Arsenal Football Club. I'm telling you, enough people do it, they'll be on the phone, quick smart to Arsenal, saying, what the hell's going on? You need to sort this out. Otherwise, we're pulling our support out of the club. As soon as that starts happening, they'll be on the phone to their lawyers, like, get this club sold. Get this club sold. I've had enough of it. I'm telling you, we need to get these clowns out of our club. They're a cancer. An absolute cancer. The sooner they're out of this club, the better. I don't want anything to do with them. Get them out. I've had enough of it. And I don't even know why they come here to invest in Arsenal. Yeah, this. They could see there was a Super League coming and they thought they could make millions and millions of pounds out of it. Well, I'll tell you what, my football club ain't a cash cow for you to, exploit and to extract as much financial wealth out of as you possibly can. No, not on my watch, mate. And Darren says, even Lee Chapman was better. Yeah, 100%, mate. he weren't up to much, mate, was he? It was shocking. Absolutely shocking. And I think some of the absolute rubbish that I've seen running around the pitch at Ivory, they're still 10 times better than bloody Granit Xhaka, that's for sure. Henry Ray Baker says, I'm just behind you in support of LFC and it's been a very poor season for us. Well, yeah, but you ain't... The difference is you ain't got an ownership which is deliberately trying to hoodwink and brainwash its supporters and it to accept stuff that just makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. The biggest one of which is employing people who haven't got the basic idea of what they're supposed to be doing and haven't got the prerequisite skills, experience or personal qualities to do the job. It's shocking. Absolutely shocking. Manny says, Darren Sullivan, Lee Chapman, how Lee's wish he was still playing now. Mate, they're welcome to him, mate. He was absolute rubbish. He was certainly rubbish when he was playing for us, that's for sure. He may not have been at Stoke, but he didn't cut the mustard at Arsenal, let me tell you. Everton 1-0 up, early doors, football TV. Right, okay, let's go and check that out. Everton 1-0 up. Here we go. So here we go. Everton 1, Bournemouth 0. Doucouré scores in the 57th minute. And let's see what that's doing. Nil. Bournemouth are safe, don't forget. So let's update the scoreboard before we do. One Bournemouth now. Let's go here and stream, stop screen, share screen. Let's see what is going on. So let's see. So here we go. As it is, Everton out of the relegation zone. Leicester are in it. Leeds are in it. Everton are out of the relegation zone by the skin of the teeth at the moment. They're 2 points clear of Leicester, who are on 34. Then it's Leeds with 31. and finally Southampton on 27. And that's the state of play at the moment, but very dicey, and they could change again at any minute. So we'll be keeping a very, very careful eye on it, that's for sure. So there you go. There you can see, look, Everton are out of the relegation zone. They're 1-0 up at home to Bournemouth. And Leicester are in the bottom three. And Leeds, like I said earlier, I think they're gone. I think they're done and dusted. They're 2-0 down at home. They've got to find 3 goals from somewhere. So here we go. Let's see what we've got here. Let's get this screen up on. Let's get the scoreboard. Let's get the scoreboard back up, people. Window, that one, share. Right, okie doke. Here we are. So, current scores is Arsenal 4, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Aston Villa 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Brentford 0, Manchester City 0, Newcastle, Chelsea 1, Newcastle United 1, Crystal Palace 1, Nottingham Forest 1. So let's update that bit. Crystal Palace 1, Nottingham Forest 1. Let's see what happened there. So here we go. Will Hughes scored for Crystal Palace in the 66th minute. That goal was assisted by Michael Olise in the 66th minute, like I said. So it's Crystal Palace 1, Nottingham Forest 1. And Everton 1, AFC Bournemouth 0. It's Leeds United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2. It's Leicester City 2. And Leicester have got another one. It's Leicester now. Leicester 2, West Ham United 0. And Faiz has got a goal for Leicester. It's now 2-0. They lead against West Ham United. So it's Leicester City 2, West Ham United 0. And Johnny Evans and Danny Ings have been booked in the last few minutes.
Your book, son.
And it's Manchester United 2, Fulham 1. It's now more pain for Liverpool, I'm afraid. It's Southampton 4, Liverpool 2. Southampton 4, Liverpool 2. Let's see what's happened there. And the fourth goal for Southampton came from Armstrong in the 64th minute. And Harvey Elliott has just picked up a booking as well.
Your book, son.
So the booking for Harvey Elliott came in the 60th minute. and the fourth goal for Southampton came in the 64th minute. So there's about 25 minutes left to play, and it's Southampton 4, Liverpool 2. Both of those clubs have nothing really to play for. Southampton have just got a bit of pride to play for. Liverpool are safely in the Europa League zone. They can't be caught and can't catch the teams above them in the Champions League spot. So really, he's taken on nothing more than a pre-season friendly, to be quite honest, or sort of an end-of-season friendly, I should say. So there we go. Let's do this. And then I'll be with you in and there's been another goal at St Mary's Stadium. It's Southampton 4, Liverpool 3, and Cody Gakpo has scored for Liverpool in the 72nd minute, and that goal was assisted by Alexander Arnold. So it's Southampton 4, Liverpool 3. There we are. So there we have it. And looks like Leeds may have pulled a goal back at home to Tottenham. Here we go. So Harrison has scored in the 67th minute to make it Leeds 1, Tottenham 2. But then just 2 minutes later, Harry Kane gets his second of the game to make it Leeds United 1, Tottenham 3. And I think that's would pretty much kill off Leeds, to be frank. That little revolt and rebellion has been put down. So it's Leeds United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 3. And there's been another goal at the St Mary's Stadium as well. And wow, what drama we've got here. Before we do, and it's now Southampton 4, Liverpool 4. And Liverpool have equalised. It's Southampton 4, Liverpool 4. And the goal for Liverpool, the fourth goal for Liverpool, has come from Diogo Jota. And that goal was assisted by Mohamed Salah. So it's Southampton 4, Liverpool 4. So there we go. It's getting rather dramatic. And the drama has ran all season on this show. Every week that I do this show, there's always a dramatic end to the games. So God knows what's going to happen today, that's for sure. So it's Southampton 4, Liverpool 4. And let's go through the scores. So it's Arsenal 4, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Aston Villa 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Brentford 0, Manchester City 0. Chelsea 1, Newcastle United 1. Crystal Palace 1, Nottingham Forest 1. Everton 1, Bournemouth 0. And Leeds United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 3. Leicester City 2, West Ham United 0. Manchester United 2, Fulham 1. And Southampton 4, Liverpool 4. Right, so let's get back into the chat and see what's going on there. Let's get back into the chat because there's loads and loads of chats waiting. Everton have scored 1-0, says Henry. Darren Sullivan says the Corey Screamer. West Ham hit the post, says Darren. And Henry says same as FSG were on. Can KSE take FSG with them and the Glazers too? Yeah, the trouble is they're only interested in this, so they're not going to be popular. That's the problem, and they just don't understand football. And I'm sorry, well, certainly the Kroenkes don't. I don't know about the other two, but the Kroenkes ain't got a clue. Darren says it's all gone quiet in the King Power. Yeah, I bet it has. And Leicester 2-0 up against West Ham. Yeah. And delicious cross from Tillemans, header from Faiz. And Henry says, yes, we do. FSG don't give a toss about Liverpool. They want to put us in the Super League. See, that's the thing. And this is what I honestly believe that's what they're waiting for. Darren Sullivan, we need Tillemans at Arsenal next season instead of Rice, in my opinion. Joe, mate, you won't get an argument out of me about that. I think he's better than Rice. I really do. I think Rice is overrated. The only reason he's able to command a price of that high is because he's English. It's simple as that. Southampton 4-2, says Henry Baker. Joe, I don't know, mate. Rice is very good. We could get them both, which would be an improvement on what there is now. Certainly would be an improvement. But the issue I've got with Declan Rice, Darren, that is I reckon that as soon, if he has one good season at Arsenal, as soon as Real Madrid or Bayern or PSG or one of Europe's elite come knocking, he'll be off. Honestly, a man's got absolutely no loyalty whatsoever. Ask Del Boy or Jamino what they think about Declan Rice. And I bet you the word snake will come out. I'm telling you. Henry Ray Baker, Palace 1-1. And Del Boy Gunner, evening Warren and all in the chat. Hi Del Boy, how you doing, buddy? I hope you're good. Big up Del Boy, says Henry Ray Baker. Darren says, I won't be surprised if Edu and Arteta resign. Walcott, do you know we have around the dressing room? Right, I'm not sure I'll get what you're going on about there, Darren. I'll have to think about that one. And Darren Sullivan, YH Darren, I agree with you, but I prefer to sign Caicedo and Tillemans instead of Rice. I think he's massively overrated. Joe, I agree with you, buddy. I don't see what the attraction is with him. I've never really seen him having a barnstorming performance in any games that I've ever seen him. And looks like Arsenal have scored a fifth. So let's go and check that out. And Leicester have got one as well. Yeah. So it's now Jakob Kiwior scores his first goal for Arsenal. It's Arsenal 5, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, and Kiwior scores in the 78th minute. So it's Arsenal 5, Wolves 0, and what's the other game? And there was a goal. Yes. Yeah, Leicester 2, West Ham United 1 now. Fornals has scored in the 79th minute for West Ham. And Danny Ings picked up a booking as well there. So we need to do this, really. And that's for Kiwior and for Fornals. So here we go. So let's update that scoreboard. So it's Arsenal 5, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, and West Ham 2, Leicester City 1. Let's go back here and see what's going on. Right, so here we go. So it's Arsenal 5, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Aston Villa 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Brentford 0, Manchester City 0. Chelsea 1, Newcastle United 1. Crystal Palace 1, Nottingham Forest 1. Everton 1, AFC Bournemouth 0. Leeds United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 3. It's Leicester City 2, West Ham United 1. And it's Manchester United 2, Fulham 1. And it's still Southampton 4, Liverpool 4. So there we are. So let's get back into the chat. Right. Okay. There we go. That's better. Right. Okie doke. So let's get into the chat. Henry says Leeds have scored. I think we did that one. Yeah, we did. We did that one. And then Tottenham scored immediately afterward. Jack Harrison, yeah. West Ham miss open goal. Ings. Dear. Arsenal 5-0, says Henry. Yep. Arsenal signing. Who let the dogs out? Says Game Killer. Yeah, exactly. Who did let the dogs out? And who let Arteta out of the institution? That's what I need to know. And Del Boy says Arsenal fans chanting, "Shaka, we want you to stay." Them fans are losers, mate. This is unbelievable. Honestly, what is wrong with those fans? That honestly, it's just unbelievable. You know, what do we need opposition fans in the ground for? They're doing the job for them. It's just unbelievable. They're absolutely useless. Another Holden example with Walcott. Dear oh Lord. It's shocking. It really is. And West Ham score for now, says Henry. Yeah. 2-1 West Ham back in it, says Darren. There, they definitely are. Hey, Warren, we're giving Xhaka a send-off for what? 6 shocking seasons. Throwing the armband, telling the fans to do one, floating with Roma, constantly throwing slide digs at the fans. He's a disgrace. Constantly getting sent off. In the game at Burnley as well, when he didn't even look and he crossed the ball across their own penalty area, straight into the path of a Burnley attacker, who then went and scored. Absolutely shocking career Arsenal. Absolutely shocking. He should never have stayed this long. Joel says, Del Boy Gunner, that makes me so angry. He's awful for 6 seasons. 6 seasons. Yeah, exactly. And he shouldn't have been able to stay that long. Leicester getting excited now, says Darren. Big up Del Boy Gunner TV, says Early Doors. Yeah. Make sure, everyone, you go and subscribe to Del Boy Gunner TV. I'm not sure, but I think Del Boy might be having a show tonight. Del Boy, can you confirm or deny that is the case? Because I've got no idea whether you're doing a show tonight or not. So, yeah, I don't know, man. If you want to put it in the chat, please feel free. If you've got a link or something, yeah, just if you want to let people know, please feel free to use my chat box as a tool to, to publicise it. And talking about publicising things, people, there's links to a couple of petitions in the chat. One to get the Kroenkes to sell Arsenal, and another one to get Edu and Arteta the sack. And both of the links for that, those petitions are also in the video description, as well as a video that I dropped earlier today about part 1 of my campaign. Well, not my campaign, anyone's campaign who wants them out. And part 1 of things that I think we could use potentially to get the Kroenkes out of the club. So yeah, go and check that out as well. Joel says, my dad's been a Brighton fan since '69. He's seen it all, a bit like you, Warren. He says that Brighton are a better team than us, and I actually agree with him. At least they gave City a game. That's 100% true. He's true, and it's only a matter of time before they overtake us. Their recruitment is on point. It is. Look at all the young fellas they got in that team, particularly the young fella up front, Ferguson. What an absolute baller that fella is. Early Doors says, Joe Wheaton, knowing Arteta, he would get the players to form a tunnel to send off Xhaka. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. It's disgusting. Brentford have scored, said Henry Ray Baker. Come on. Let's see what's going on. I bet Pep is doing his pieces. So it's Brentford 1, Manchester City 0. Pinnock has scored in the 85th minute to give Brentford the lead. And they've had 5 players booked in the second half, Brentford. Wissar, Frank, who's the coach, he got booked in the 57th minute. Damsgaard got booked in the 65th minute. Janelt got booked in the 77th minute. And Xhaka got booked in the 84th minute. So this is for that collection of individuals.
Your book, son.
So there we are. It's currently Brentford 1, Manchester City 0. Now that may have implications for the Europa League, so the Europa Conference League qualification. So let's go and have a look. So stop the screen, and we're going to do share screen. Go here. So there we go. No, they're a bit too far behind now. Yeah, the Villa are in pole position. They really needed Villa to have slipped up, but it's been a good performance by them this season. Nonetheless, it's a shame that they couldn't have finished above Tottenham, because that would have been brilliant. But still, there you go. But Manchester City losing, that's unbelievable. I didn't think that would happen. Still, there you go. Right, so let's go back. So currently, as it stands, let's see what the relegation situation is. So it's still Leicester and Leeds and Southampton are going down to the Championship. Looks like Everton, if it continues like this, will be able to escape. So looks like Leicester have had their time. But still, you never know. It all may fall apart. So let's share that screen and get the scoreboard back up. So there we go. And I didn't think Courier would score today, that's for sure. Mind you, I didn't think he'd get a start, to be quite honest. Mind you, nothing this manager does surprises me anymore, so you can never really predict anything that man does. It's just unbelievable. That's a good question. How much longer do you think this fella has got at Arsenal before the board and the owners finally see sense and like give him his marching orders? Because for me, I don't think it matters what he does. I think he's untouchable. They really do. I reckon he could get his club relegated and they still wouldn't sack him. I honestly believe that. I know that sounds mad, but I honestly believe they would allow him to to relegate this club, and he still wouldn't get sacked. So the final whistle has gone at Selhurst Park, and it's ended. Crystal Palace 1, Nottingham Forest 1. So I'll update that scoreboard in a sec with that one. We'll change the colours of the scores to yellow for those games that have finished. Okay, so let's change that scoreboard. And it's finished as well. Brentford have beaten Manchester City. I think that's Manchester City's first defeat since, blimey, I'm not sure actually, come to think of it. I can't remember the last time they lost a game. That's for sure. Right, let's do that. That's not come out very well, has it? It's not very visible. Let's try another colour. I'll tell you what, let's change it to green. Is that better? No, it's not, is it? Let's try black. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so the black is going to signify when a game is finished. So it's finished. Crystal Palace 1, Nottingham Forest 0, Brentford 1, Manchester City 0. So fair play to Brentford. And it's finished Manchester United 2, Fulham 1. It's ended Chelsea 1, Newcastle 1. And what else have we got here? Right, so let's get back into the chat because the game's still playing. Darren says, you fucking joking, Xhaka. Start stating they are victims. Mate, victims of what? Victims of fucking what? What is he talking about? Darren, what is he talking about? Staying? No, that can't be allowed to happen. We want you to go, Granite. We want you to go. Exactly. Del Boy Gunner says, hey, Joel and early doors. Exactly. Del Boy, what's happening about this show? Are you doing a show, mate? Or because I can get all these lovely people to come over to your show if you want me to. And Darren says, I don't think we'll pay the money for Rice anyway. No, I don't think we will. I think max will spend on any one player is 90 million max. And even that, there would have to be something extraordinary. It's finished Aston Villa 2, Brighton 1. Leeds United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 4. Looks like Leeds are down then by the sounds of it. Lucas Moura got the 4th goal for Tottenham in the 5th minute of added on time. It ended Southampton 4, Liverpool 4 on the last day at the St Mary's Stadium. Leicester 2, West Ham 1. The games are all finishing up and down the country now. So there we go. 2 games to come in, which is the Everton-Bournemouth game and Arsenal-Wolves game. And yeah, the Arsenal game, Wolves game has finished 5-0. And Everton-Bournemouth. Listen, Darren, mate, I have to tell you something. It's a good job I'm not at the Emirates today because I'm telling you, if I was, there'd be some swinging going on, mate, because I don't think I've got the tolerance to listen to that bullshit. I really haven't. I just can't. Like people going, we like stay another year and all this nonsense. No. I'm not having it, man. No, he's got to go. 6 years and 1 year of absolute mayhem. No, 1 year of like half decent performance. No, he's got to go. He's got to go. Simple as. So let's. Man, what is wrong with these people? All of them are brainwashed. Absolutely brainwashed. Mate, I can tell you something now. When all those people have gone home in a couple of days, you wait and see if Arsenal have made an agreement for Granit Xhaka to sign another 1-year extension of his contract. Guarantee 100% that's what's coming. I will go fucking mental. Edu and Josh Kroenke are laughing and smiling together now at the Emirates. Of course they are, because they're all in it together. Right? Edu's happy because he's nicking a living. Josh is happy because he's got an employee. He does everything he gets bloody told to do. It's absolutely shocking. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy of, what's the word I'm looking for? A conspiracy of madness and a conspiracy of madness and nepotism of the highest fucking order. It's shocking. Absolutely disgusting. I'm sick of it, mate. All the time. Season in, season out. Acceptance of failure and bullshit at this fucking football club. The whole lot of them need to go. Unbelievable. Darren says it's the same Man City that we can't compete with. Yeah, exactly. Interesting how Brentford can beat them, isn't it? Henry Baker's laughing. Yeah, mate. It's absolutely shocking, mate. Shocking. Darren said, "Oh, couldn't Brentford have a manager that can set a team up to beat them?" And we don't. 100%, Darren. Of course it is. So Brentford can do the double over Man City, but we can't. Yeah, because we ain't got the informal structures in place to be able to beat a side like Man City. Look at the whole thing. Let's just look at it quickly, right? Treatment of injuries is shocking, right? The coaching, shocking. The development of young players through the youth team and upwards, shocking. When was the last time we actually brought someone up from the youth team and is now a first team regular? Last time it happened was under Emery. That was nearly 4 years ago. Shocking. The treatment of injuries, shocking. Why is it that we have players come into this club and never have had an injury before in their career, yet when they come here, they can't stay fit? It's shocking. Absolutely disgusting. Mate, I'm sick and tired of it. This club is a shambles from top to bottom. Early doors football, 10 minutes added time at the Everton. God dear me. They like putting people through it, don't they? Wow, early. Darren says they should get booed off the park. They should. It's an absolutely shocking season. If we don't get up our game, Arteta will be here for another 3 years. And they'll probably be here for another 10, mate. I bet you he's going for Arteta's record, Wenger's record. Guess 2 seasons, Warren, at the most. Mate, please, I just like the idea that he's going to be here for any sustained period of time after this season is frightening. It's frightening. It really is. No joke, no word of a lie. That man, when he first come here, his first season, I said that he was going to get us relegated. And I'm still not convinced it won't happen. Because we're a joke. We're a joke. Game killer. Once he makes Champions League every season, Arteta won't be sacked. Fucking shocking. Shocking. I'm just like sickening. What is the point of getting in the Champions League if every time we get into it, we're going to get absolutely destroyed? It's shocking. Come on. These fans need to wake up. The As Brigade will say Arteta got us back in the Champions League and second better than you have in many years. Right, okay. So this is the first year since he's been here that he's managed to finish above Unai Emery in the league, right? First time. I can guarantee you something. He won't finish above Unai Emery next season. And Unai Emery got us to a European final. How many times has Arteta got to us to a European final? Let me think about that. No, he hasn't, has he? And he did it with a worse squad. And he did it without getting backing of £500 million and waste that money on absolute dog shit footballers. No, he's got to go. Him, Edu, the whole lot of them. Sack the lot of them. Pickford are keeping Everton up. He pulled us some great saves his early doors. 4-1 Spurs. Yep, Henry. Hey, Warren, I'm going to do a full fan calling show at 7:45 this evening. I hope you don't mind me saying. Of course not, mate. Of course not. I'm going to see if I can find it on YouTube because I'm going to put it in the chat, the link for the show. Let me see. Del Boy. Share. Copy. Right, Del Boy, watch what I'm going to do, right? Because you're a top man, absolute legend. So, yeah, I'm going to put that in the chat. And yeah, sorry, guys. My internet went down again. I'm just going to put the link for Del Boy's show into the chat for everyone. So here we go. Share, copy. Here we go. There you go. I put it in there. So Daesh is drinking water like it's no tomorrow. Good job. It's not. So thank you for this afternoon, Warren, mate. You're absolutely welcome. It's a pleasure. IGTG, bye all. Yeah, see you later, Henry. Take care. Thanks for coming on. Early Doors Football. Take care, Henry. And Early Doors, please make sure you let us know when you're going to do this stream of yours so that we can all come and watch it, give you a bit of support. But fair play to you, man. And Everton are safe. Fair play to Everton. We've had the same season as Everton in terms of trophies. Yeah, and Spurs. Shocking. Darren says, Warren, it's really simple. When Man City beat Arsenal at the Emirates, then Arsenal board members drove up motorway after Manchester City team coach was absolutely shambolic. He is, mate. The whole thing is an absolute shambles. Yeah, that's the link for Del Boy's show tonight, 7:45. Anurin Jones says we have won a title, the same title we've won for the last 20 seasons, the no pressure title. Because yet again, when the pressure is off, we play like champions. Exactly. Flat track bullies, as Diesel always says. Mr. B for life. Hey, Warren, I hope you're well, fella. We did the double over City, but no European football, unfortunately. Yeah, never mind, mate. I mean, you go. At least you put some effort in. It's not unlike some of us other clubs. But Mr. B for life, I gave your channel a big shout out earlier, so I hope that helps. Early Doors says, thanks, Warren. No, you're welcome, buddy. Absolute pleasure. Big up, Mr. B. Good stream from you. Well done, fella, says Early Doors. Yeah, he's a legend, mate. Absolute legend. Anyway, guys, I'm going to finish it there. Look, thanks ever so much for joining me today. And come the start of the season, we'll be doing this all over again. And like I said, I will be doing another Super 6 league for the start of the new season. So as soon as that's set up, I'll let you know, and I'll let you know what the code is if you want to join it, because it'll be much better this coming season because we'll be starting from the start of the season and it'll be a lot easier to manage. Anyway, look, I think we've got a couple more chats left. Akers says Arsenal Army are selling more new dog items. Don't, please don't. Cheers, Early Doors. Woof woof. Woof woof. That's all I've got to say about it. Anyway, Mr. B for life. Cheers for that, Warren. Nice one, bud. Mate, it's an absolute pleasure, and you're a legend. And Early Doors says, Warren, great stream today. We'll let you know as soon as possible once I get it done. Thanks again for your time. No, it's a pleasure, mate. The sad thing is that it makes it worse in a way because it shows that we can do it and it shows that it's a mentality issue. Yeah, either that or they just did it as for the fans. They thought, come on, let's go and put a show on for the fans. Because I'm still convinced that they down tools because they knew they'd achieved what they wanted to at the start of the season. Anyway, Akers is you should do a show on June 15th for the new fixture list. Yeah, I might do something like that. Great season, my pedigree chum, says the other tier. Exactly, mate. In a bloody nutshell, that is it. Right, so thanks ever so much for everyone who's tuned in today. I really, really do appreciate it. And take care of yourselves over the summer. Look after your friends, your families, and your loved ones. I'll be still putting some videos out before the start of the new season about all sorts of weird and wonderful things, but all to do with football. So look, please take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your day and great summer. And remember, share some love and kindness around the world, please. And don't forget, come and join Del Boy Gunner this evening for his show at 7:45. And also make sure you get those petitions signed. And let's bloody kick these absolute clueless clowns out of our club and get some proper owners and proper management team and get this club doing what it should be doing. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.